goodbye to all my friends. My dear and loved, I'll meet again.
Welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell, Episode 4, Campaign 4, Princesses of Power, Episode 44, second to last episode. We took a break. If you're watching us on YouTube, you just went next. Let's say hey, everybody. Andrew Krug.
Hey, everybody.
Michael Jackson.
Hey, everybody.
Tanner Messer.
Hey, everybody.
Erica Webb.
Hey, everybody.
Nailed it. Off on a good start. How has everybody been since we played last? And are you ready to dig in tonight?
Magically delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I am ready.
And
So good, so ready. Yeah.
Cool. If you're watching us on Twitch tonight, you can use those rooter points, those channel points to make things happen in the game. We only have 2 more episodes to do that, so go ahead and spend those points. And if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Hit subscribe. We have great content coming out with maps, too, that are really popping off. And if you're here over from watching maps, welcome. Let's get into it. Episode 44.
Welcome to us destroying maps.
Yeah.
We don't build maps here.
The reasons to make more maps. All right, last time on episode 43 of Princess of Power and the entire campaign. 20 days ago, 5 princesses, 5 sisters, all separate for years, championing different regions of the Silver Seas for the benefit of trade and stability within the realm. They came together to celebrate the fall of an omnipotent, immoral, immortal, evil force upon the world. They were tasked by King Thrine and Queen Arizaline, their mother and father, with reaching out to new ground, the land outside of the ocean. In their travel, they experienced loss, the fall of their sister, Princess Venfira, the saying goodbye to their sister, Princess Arista, as she sought out for answers to her birth home. But also, joy, reuniting with Princess Arista, rescuing the Boggins family, stabilizing the merfolk home of Eudothia, and ending a terrible plague upon the Silver Seas, cleansing the muck and bringing new light to the world below the waves. Literally. Princess Celia, diplomat to Sharkfood Island, experienced great pain by witnessing the consequences of her ignorance, enhanced by excessive consumption of alcohol. She experienced a near extinction of the shark folk by the grace of Saphiri, a gargantuan shark vessel to the gods above. But in the end, thanks to her atonement and the newfound aid of her sisters, the island was saved. Now she had chosen a new tribal leader for the island, printing her name amongst the history books and leaving behind a prosperous settlement of good. The princess reunited with her birth father, and together facilitated a much-needed cleanse of the evil forces within Wemding City. Princess Seer Goth, previously putting her faith in a secret organization called the Order of the Tides, discovered their corruption and disavowed them, including their leader, her mother, Queen Arizaline. She was hunted down by invisible assassins and killed, but came back to life stronger and more determined. The bloating plague stood no match, as the writing on the wall for Seer Goth was glowing. She answered every inquiry. She pushed forward towards the goal. She motivated and mutilated, and in the end, her intellect and wisdom brought down another organization, one that would destroy the very water she grew up in. Pop off, girl.
Gang, gang.
Princess Mizuminu, the face of Azir. Once jealous of her sister's freedom, once trapped by her impeccable charm, found a new course of action in her demon patron Voskar. She lived, breathed, and dreamed of the Death Book. Her perseverance drew ire from kingdoms, from secret organizations, even from her very own sisters. But not her mother, nor dragons could stop her in the end. And now she has the Death Book within her grasp. She has found in herself a connection with her most hated sister, Princess Celia, sort of. And she has used her demonic warlock powers to clear a path for her sisters to the end. Mira Rage, member of the Eudothian Council, kidnapped and defeated, rose again, reshaped the government within Eudothia, and freed her people from the endless infighting and set a new path for her home to prosper. She banded with the princesses at their lowest, held them up, and kept them together. Through sparks of love for Princess Seer, through death and rebirth, through stinky-ass legs, Mira Rage raged on. And the world has changed because of it. 3 princesses and a council member, taken on the world, Death Book in hand, saviors of the Silver Seas, now have learned their mother, the Queen, has been swapped into the body of the dead authoritarian who is very much alive and in a dimension with a cursed eye socket of the leader of Veilcast, Russ Quinn. On the heels of a promise and the desire to see their mother again, perhaps, they return to Veilcast. Will they see Queen Arizaline again? If so, who will she be when she returns? Will Princess Mizu set aside her disdain for her mother in the face of their reunion? What of the food folk still zombified by a devious cherry pie? The last string. And once the plague clouds settle, how will the world and their home recover? We return back outside of the temple, the princesses and the council member, walking outside, Mizu holding the Death Book. It is light out. You hear the ambiance of bugs, big bugs kind of everywhere, mosquitoes around you, water rushing off the edge into the next part of terrain. Welcome back.
So much has happened in those 20 days.
Right.
We also have Henry with us, correct?
Yes.
Seer is just kind of spending some time with him as we're like, she found him, I guess, but then Mizu's crying, and so we kind of gathered him up, we interrogated him, whole thing. Just kind of like trying to be as soft as possible because she knows he's rattled up, but just kind of like talking to him about Mr. Pickle, just like kind of like trying to make light conversation just to like gauge how he's doing. Since he was just, kidnapped and sleep deprived, and we really don't know what happened to him, honestly. So
He's kind of broken up, and throughout his kind of like soft whimpering of like terrified trauma, you only are able to get out a few words, but go ahead and roll me a perception check if you're being soft.
Ooh. Starting off with a nat 20 for a 29. How soft
Here
am
we
I?
go. Okay, you're actually able to get a lot of what he's saying. You spent a lot of time with him, before you went off for something. You gather that he's almost really happy. You'd think that these were just terrified, sad tears, but a lot of these are happy tears, and he's really feeling emotional because you can gather what he's saying, that he won't have to see Olivine's dreams anymore. That Mr. Pickle won't go into Olivine's dreams anymore, and that means no more bad things will happen at the kingdom, which means they won't have to trap him and use him for his dreams. So he's really happy.
She kind of squeezes his hand. You've been real strong. I just want you to know that you basically like helped us get here without your like dream walking prophecy thing and meeting Mr. Pickle, and Mr. Pickle reached out to us. Also, Mr. Pickle reached out to us. We talked to Mr. Pickle.
Cool.
You were a linchpin here, and so thank you. You did what it took years for us to learn how to do, which was keep your calm and find the best possible outcome with the least stress possible. And you did that.
And I also I had to sleep so much too.
You slept a lot?
I had to sleep. I just wanted to do anything other than that.
Well, luckily we aren't going to sleep for a while, so you can stretch those legs as much as you want. You should check in with Mr. Pickle at some point.
He just squeezes your hand as you just see tears welling up, kind of going down his face. His eyes are Puss in Boots size. And he almost can't get the sound out and just ask you, is Mother dead?
Well, not exactly. So, the person who you were traveling with actually wasn't Mom. It was Olivine, because, sore losers. But
in the eye.
Yeah, we think we can get it back out. And so we're gonna go talk to Russ. We met Russ Quinn. Also a big thing, like building bridges. He seems weird, but we met him. And he's gonna, and I think we can get him to let us get Mom back once we let him know that it's not Olivine and we have Olivine now, and so we can do a little tradesies, or at least get her back since it's the wrong person, like wrongful entrapment or imprisonment.
He is just going to embrace you and hug you and tell you thank you for everything and look up at you and tell you Mr. Pickle's in grave trouble. Cherry Pie's gonna kill Mr. Pickle.
Yeah, well, sucks for Cherry Pie because we're gonna eat him.
He tells you even though they're food, you can't do that because they're living things.
No, you normally shouldn't do that, but we're gonna eat Cherry Pie.
We're gonna pop that cherry.
He looks at you, Mira, and just looks you up and down, not judgmental, just kind of fearful, who the fuck is this? And just turns to Seer and says, "Yeah, I'm also gonna eat him too."
There you go.
I literally met this kid in a dream. What are you talking about?
I saw you.
Yeah, we saw each other.
A lot of flying things.
Oh.
Just a lot of mosquitoes will do that. Just kind of, if there's anything you want to do, I feel like you should, be able to do that. You are a prince, and you're technically now on vacation. So if there's anything we can do to help you out, or you want to do,
I want to get Mom back.
That's where we're going.
Don't worry.
But anything in the meantime you want to do, ride on the back of a giant eagle, or ride on the back of a dinosaur of a name that I don't remember. We have options to make this.
I want to ride on the back of the eagle.
Oh, awesome. Seer goes in she's gonna grab him, and then just kind of swaps over in wild shapes, just he's on her back, and she's there's a smooth transition into it.
Just grabs under your feathers.
She kind of pauses before she takes off. You walk.
Sure. No walk.
BB Grimes has redeemed a random problem.
No, he hasn't.
As you look back, Seer, and ask if they want to join, they all look at the eagle, and you see Henry is on top of it, but his hands and legs that are on you right now are kind of swollen and turning red. Looks like he may be allergic to feathers.
Yikes.
That's awkward. Kill your brother, or?
I think diapers are hypoallergenic.
Turn into something that doesn't have feathers on it.
Okay, as you fall down out of your wild shape, he's desperately itching his legs. It kind of hurts.
I kind of grab him, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. I don't have any antihistamines.
Can I just cure wounds this kid and just really here, you little freak, calm down.
The only wounds that are caused is him scratching profusely right now. But yeah,
we can tie him up.
BB Grimes has also redeemed Seer Goth gets messed up.
Okay, as
Spend
you're
that money.
pulling him down, a wild shaping, you see your back starts to get swollen, and he's like, "It must be also contagious."
What kind of weird magic you got, boy?
It must run
itchy.
in the family.
We allergic to
Hopefully.
each other? Greatly. Sears now like doing the weird center of your back can't reach it dance, and it's like, oh no.
You caused this, Byron. You caused this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk. We're walking now. We're walking, and that's
Yeah.
why we have new, fresh experiences, because now you know you're allergic to hairy eagles.
Okay, as you're walking through the jungle, you're like, I mean, it's thick. You're going through plants. You can use, one of your weapons or magic or whatever to just blast through these things, but it is heavy. So, and you're traveling for a while. Already an hour has passed as you guys are trekking, and Henry's got to sit for a second, and drink some water that's on a giant petal off of, or a leaf off a tree.
Yeah,
Also,
so Mira will turn into the Triceratops that she knows they can turn into. And get a wild shape into that and give us something to ride on for the next little bit of time. So they won't have to be hacking.
Okay, eventually he takes a break, Henry, and you get him on the Triceratops, and you guys take off. Another good hour passes. The sun is still up in the sky. You make your way into Veilcast. You come in from the side. You remember seeing this area when you flew over it to leave. Where would you like to go within the city?
We're heading to Russ Quinn. So I guess back to the
Through the
castle?
city you go. You see the same scene you saw before. It's very busy, even at this time, maybe 2, maybe 3. You make your way to the front of this humongous, old, looks like wizarding school that broke and tumbled into pieces long ago and has been built on and upon to make this place. You make your way back up those long steps that spiral one way, spiral another, climbing, till you get to that top part where you met him before. You make your way into this room. It's very open. It's kind of this hexagon shape. It's very dark. There's like one hole in the ceiling to this like stone carved stuff where the light is coming in. And sitting in the chair, you see across the room, kind of in the dark a little bit, is that same older fella with the red, dark, velvety jacket, big beard, eye patch, and bright red hair. Surrounding him, not in a line, but kind of bunched up, kind of in this back wall, are various dinosaurs that are just waiting. Some are laying down, one's yawning, one is eating a small thing of grass that was put down for him. But behind Russ Quinn, an Indominus Rex, fiercely staring, already seeing you come up the stairs. You make your way up the stairs, walk across this big, echoey room, each step, clop, 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 until you get around the middle towards that light. You get it?
We got a fish too, yeah.
Yeah, we well, got the book and got a fun little plot twist, if you're ready for that.
He stands up and starts walking towards you.
Guess who's not in your eye?
Do you have him?
I do. He's in my bag. Well, his body is my bag.
In your bag of holding.
Yeah, but he's a fish inside of a bag of holding because I'm petty.
There's this rumor that once he went inside, he would become mortal. So if it is true, he could die. Can I see him?
Oh, he probably can't die. We just felt like we wanted to like make a big thing out of it. Didn't just want to do it. But you know, while we're on the topic, that eye does have someone inside of it who's just not Olivine. Your thoughts on letting him go? I got funky gunk going on there too, so it might just help you out with that.
It's important to clean that.
Yeah. Cleanse.
Your mother was in my dimension.
Yeah, that's what we have been led to believe. If what we've been led to believe is true, then yes.
He looked back over at the dinosaurs that are all standing at attention and just kind of looking around, eyeing y'all. None of you perhaps have the ability to bring someone back from the dead, do you?
You murdered her?
I mean, I do. Why?
If you do what I asked of you and we agreed upon and you hand over the death book, I will let you kill me and release everything inside me, including your mother, as long as you bring me back.
Oh. You have to die for this to happen?
The Indominus Rex runs over and just like takes up the whole side of the room and stares down Russ Quinn as he doesn't even look and just says, I've held this burden for a long time. I've sucked my family into my dimension. I have always had nightmares about what was inside. And if it takes for me to have different skin or be different on the other side to release it, I'm ready to release it. And looks up at the Indominus Rex. And the Indominus Rex is like... There's like steam's coming out of the nose. And he just puts a hand up on the nose. And the Indominus Rex kind of calms down. Just kind of sits and stares at you guys. And he goes, what do you say?
I mean that can surely be arranged. I'm just a little curious of the specifics. You said everything's gonna come out of your eye. Have you absorbed any other like hazardous material that we should be aware of that we would then be releasing back into the world? Is that a problem?
I'm unsure, but surely over all of these years, what if there is stuff other than living life to come out? Then perhaps it's safer if we do it at the edge. But even then, who's to say you'll be able to see your mother in time before she plunges? I cannot cause any harm to my city.
Kind of turns to the group. I mean,
Is the edge like a cliff that he could shoot everything off of? Because if so, I could
Yes.
fly on the outer part. Oh, okay.
it's
I
like the edge
could
of the
fly on
world.
the outer part and just kind of try and snag your mom when she pops out. Also, I don't know what else is popping out of that motherfucker's eye, and how the fuck does he not know what he's sucked up in it?
I guess after those years, your whole just gets so used to it. You're just like, oh, it's just another thing in the eye. Like you just never know.
I guess.
That seems like a great idea. I would just need to take a long rest. It's been quite a long day.
Yeah.
Just to get everything in order, and then we could do this fresh in the morning and or night, depending on what time it is right now.
And what assurances do I have that you will not use the book? And looks at Mizu, whose eyes are kind of dark and a little bit of like gassy swirly is around her eyes, holding the grasp with the book.
Mizu's just become increasingly more like paranoid and anxious the longer that they've been traveling and the time that she's just been holding this book silently, and she goes, who's to say I won't use it, right?
I let her have this conversation, and I speak telepathically in his head, which he cannot respond to. But I assured you that my objective is to destroy the book, and the book will be destroyed and or removed from play.
Princess Mizu, it looks like you have grown an attachment to this item. What say you? Still hearing you, Seer.
I mean, if you've been searching for something for quite some time now and have put your life on the line for it several times, don't you think you wouldn't be very willing to give that up so easily?
People have killed for centuries to get their hands on this book. You know it has to be here. We have to destroy it.
I mean, who says we have to destroy it, right? Why make it our responsibility, right? Why not put somebody else in charge of that? I mean, we can use it to kill Olivine first? I mean, that seems like if he's mortal, it would be a great, easy way to take him out. I mean, I feel like we should at least test it first before we destroy it, right?
Be my guest, but write slowly, or you'll never make it out of this room. It's not trust, it's just that I only met you yesterday.
Mizu will slowly nod and take the book in front of her and kind of open it apprehensively and take out her quill and slowly start to write Olivine in the book.
The pages are thick. You have to like kind of crush them a little bit to get them to fold. It's been stiff for so many years. There's like vines and dirt in the pages, and as you write, the pages fibers are already coming up a little bit. So as you write, it not only presses the ink on, but it scratches up those fibers of paper. And as you do this dark, you can see it spreading from fiber to fiber. As soon as it's complete, you feel in your soul a breath go out. It feels almost like a shot of adrenaline.
Does she like show anything like physically that would let like the others know that?
I will let you roll a performance check with disadvantage because you're cursed right now.
That's a 12.
As you turn and look, you catch yourself and kind of present the sister that you know they want to see, but it is already too late. They watched you take that shot of adrenaline.
She's just gonna kind of like look up and fake a smile a little bit and go, well, I guess we wait now, right?
I look to Russ to see how he feels about that. I don't know. There's like his like little.
He just kind of indicates the bag. Check.
Oh.
Yeah, pull the fish out.
I reach in the bag.
The dinosaurs all kind of lean in a little closer. Everyone's looking.
I pull out my little fish.
And it's what was the spell you used? That was a
it was, what did I use? Was it
Polymorph, right?
Polymorph?
yeah. And how long does polymorph last? I think it's only an hour, right?
Polymorph, yeah. Polymorph will only last an hour. I was really just to get it in the bag, so I guess I'd have to be pulling out.
Okay, as you
his arm.
think it, and it comes out of the void of a black hole, you
Holding
immediately
hands.
grab onto the back of your mother, but Olivine's head, and suffocated and dead.
I'm just kind of like,
It kind of like stuck at the shoulders, so like the head and neck. So you're kind of in midair with the bag, kind of grabbing your mother's hair, pulling your head kind of out, but it's stuck on the shoulders.
I'm doing that weird thing where you're like trying to move the limbs to get out of the bag. So I'm like,
It's
"Get out the
okay, I've seen enough.
bag. Get out the bag.
It works.
Well,
I
yeah,
really
but now
gotta
the
get her out,
bag's
though.
clogged. Yeah.
You just stay in here. Hey, someone pull this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I
here.
got you. I got you.
Yeah, Mira and Celia pull.
All right, athletics check with help. This is absurd.
Am I rolling the athletic check? Who's rolling the athletic check?
Yeah.
Okay, let
yes,
Celia
because they're
roll it.
helping
you.
Oh, okay.
Yummy. Okay.
Oh hell.
A 10. A smooth 10.
Very neutral.
The Indominus Rex sees you all like doing this. Celia's like, I got this. Mira's like, I got this. But you just can't quite get the angle. It's not the strength. It's almost going to rip her shoulders off if you do this. The Indominus Rex bends down and chomps just a huge chunk out of the body until it snaps out of the back of the neck. And it breaks enough of the shoulder and it comes out. But it's a bloody mess now. And the Indominus Rex is just sitting there. And Russ kind of goes up and puts hands on the side. It's okay. It's okay.
I think you're gonna have to retire now.
And then she's
You
like,
feed this thing?
oh my god, thank you. I was really struggling with that. And she's very indifferent to pulling her mom's body out of this thing. She's like, that's not my mom. I don't know what the fuck.
You see the Indominus Rex is just chewing on that neck and shoulder combo.
Yum.
He says, I can get you a room to stay the night.
Thank you. That'd be much obliged. Are you, I showed you yours. Oh, you can't bring it out until the eye thing. You did mention this. Okay, just kidding. Okay. I'll rest. Thank you. It's been a long day.
Princess Mizu,
Yes.
have a good night's sleep.
I'll try my best. Thank you. I mean, it's very important to me to get my beauty rest, of course.
He will turn and go sit back on his throne as that Indominus Rex will turn and sit, and the dinosaurs will just kind of breathe and sit and wait.
Not to be weird or rude, but like, we came all the way to the Quinn Dynasty. Are we gonna meet BR Aggressive, or is it just you running this now? What's the tea on that? Our notes are just a little. We know you guys came here.
That Indominus Rex slowly starts to morph down into this older, in 60s, maybe 70s, long hair that is matted, 2 foot something, or 3 foot something, really small, just battle kind of clad with kind of these wooden panels and dinosaur bones that are shaped in, paint on the face, and this really pissed off face, and this hair is just knotted, and it's kind of long as she stands there, and he says, "You've already met her." And she goes, "Okay, go! We gave you a room."
Oh, that was her.
Solo
okay.
clap. Sierra's solo clap, and she's like, an entrance. Exactly what I imagined from the books. God, I love you. It is just an honor to meet you, BR Aggressive. I'm just a huge fan. You like helped bring down Dragon Tooth, which is like a whole thing because it was in the water, so we know about that. But like the stories about you are wild, and I mean wild. They would make all of us look like truly. It would make Mizu look like she was a tame person, and I just think that is chef's kiss. So I just had to make sure I laid eyes on you before. I would have been so mad if I left and not seen you. So I just.
Well, wow. You have good taste. Now there's some dinosaurs downstairs that'll take you to your room, so we should probably move this along. It's all right.
So direct. I love it.
It's so good, right? Just kind of fangirling as I'm leaving. I'm like, wow, it's so nice. You heard about her too, like.
Yeah.
For a land girl,
Why do you think I'm angry and fight everyone?
She also inspired me.
Russ Quinn is going to tell everyone it is safe, and all the dinosaurs will end their wild shape into these druid packs that help protect the rulers, and everyone will kind of walk behind you as they escort you down. And there are some dinosaurs, some small little, I don't know what they're called, but they're about like 2 feet tall, long tail. They can direct you to this room. Your room is of big white ruined stones with vines, but it's very private and it's very exotic. There is already some food on the table and some wine, and you have big comforters and stuff for the night, and there are keys for each of you for the room in case you want to leave.
When Mizu sees that, she goes, "Oh, thank God." Based off the way they smelled, I was really suspicious about the way these rooms were gonna look.
I don't think they bathed, was all.
You just can't scent the water like you do at home, because like everything just smells floral because it's always fresh water moving.
Yeah.
Being up here is just a little stale, but it's cute. I guess it's nice.
Stale and shitty. Lots of shit everywhere.
That is true.
Are all dinosaurs people?
Huh.
I think just like most of them, I think any dinosaur could be a person. Honestly, like you just don't know.
But doesn't that mean any person could be a dinosaur?
I mean, look at us. You're not wrong.
You're right. We turned into dinosaurs.
It's like a 2 out of 5 chance that a princess will turn into a dinosaur. Like you just don't know.
So you can't trust animals
ever.
I mean, do you?
Unless
not trust
you
people?
do, and then you can.
You should just feel the same about both of them equally. Either don't trust animals or people, or trust animals and people.
I sort of like.
You gotta think about like layering in like plants, because plants also can talk, and maybe they can turn into things we don't know. No one asked the plants.
Life is too complicated.
I mean, I think Celia does have a point. Like all of the like creatures on land that we've come into have been like not that nice or like cool towards us. So I'm
probably people.
Oh yeah.
Good people. We also have met a lot of mean people who could then also turn into dinosaurs and then just be mean dinosaurs because they just don't like us. Be a whole long time.
Why would a dinosaur turn into a people when they're already a dinosaur? You know, like that seems counterproductive on their part.
Oh, well, see, everyone can't talk to animals like you and I can. Some people just hear roars and snarls, and it gets really awkward. So you gotta like dumb it down for people and like, turn into a person, talk to them, get some bread, leave, turn back into yourself as a velociraptor.
Velociraptors eat bread?
Off of the bread. Well, not in velociraptor form. While they're in human form, they eat bread.
Okay.
Maybe they still eat raw meat. I don't know.
Complicated.
I haven't seen many velociraptors. I couldn't tell you their dietary needs, but
Yeah, working on that one.
spend more time up here, might learn something. Kind of look around the room. I do need to get some rest if I'm gonna be resurrecting Russ Quinn from Are we gonna talk about that? Like, I get it. We want like to get the stuff out, but like that's just so dramatic. He has to die. He can't just like control
and
Z
I'm
and
like
undo it. He's gonna like die.
I'm curious how this is all gonna come out.
Messy.
Like, is it messy, or does it like just kind of
Does it have to come out at all? I mean, why don't we just leave the bitch in there? I mean, Olavine's dead now. And Arisline's stuck in there. I feel like I've gotten everything I want, and I have the book. I mean, we could just go home. I mean, I'd like to be in my bed a lot more than here, as nice as this is, I guess, for them.
That is so awesome. However, there are just some other conflicting opinions, and some of us would like to see Mom again. So there's that. And then you can go home. Like, going home is so close on the list.
Okay, well, if we do this and then we bring her out and she's like still being a total fucking bitch, can we at least kill her again then? And then like I'll do something with the book.
Why don't you beat her ass, Mizu?
When you say a total fucking bitch, do you mean just how Mom always was that you never liked? Because then, like, if you're judging that, I don't know if we're gonna get anywhere productively. But just making sure Mom's mom will be like the first bet and not Olavine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess as long as she watches her mouth, she should be fine.
I mean, you could go ahead and write her name in the book, and then no one has to worry about anything, right, Mizu?
All right, Mira, let's not give her those ideas because it sounds like you're consenting to it.
I feel like she's already had these ideas and just not voiced them. Have we not seen the grip she has on that book?
That's why we're all in the same room. You're catching up.
Okay.
I mean,
there's no trust.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely have had that thought on multiple occasions, but now that I have the book in my hand, I feel like it's lazy to kill her that way. Like, if I want to kill her, I kind of want to like see the look on her face when she takes her last breath. You know.
True psycho.
Listen, I let you try to square up with her last time, and I'll let you have your moment again. But really, y'all need to figure that out because this is just kind of
messy.
Messy is a good word to use. A nicer word than I would say. So let's go with messy. So maybe you can maybe this squabble can like you and Mom can really have an actual conversation, and you can like figure out what it is you don't like about her besides the fact that you just don't like her. But that's for you and her, I feel like.
Or you can punch the shit out of each other.
I mean, that is the family way.
I guess it'll just kind of depend on the mood that I'm in when I wake up. Like, how good I sleep is really going to depend on, like, whether or not I'm going to want to kill her.
Well, let's hope.
We might see Pickle. Someone remember to tell Pickle that we found Henry. Also, Henry in this room with us, speaking like he's not here, and I'm like, wait.
Oh, Mr. Pickle's getting killed by Cherry Pie. We don't have to worry. He seems occupied.
Henry is just like looking at the bed and looks really worried, and is just kind of looking around the room.
But he's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, Henry doesn't want to sleep, so he can just kind of stay up if he wants to. But yeah, I mean, Pickle likes to reach out when in times of need, so like maybe like getting an update from him and an update from you would be like a good calming experience. You are a dream walker now. It's like a whole name for it. That's pretty cool. Maybe you could send a dream to somebody. You could send a dream to Dad or Mom or, you know, I guess anyone, if that's how your power works. I really don't understand it, but
I'll do it. But can I go where I want to go?
In your dream? Oh, yeah. Wait, where do you want to go?
He just looks at you and says it's a secret.
Is it a good secret or a bad secret?
Yeah, if it's an evil secret, you're not allowed to keep those.
Well, it's bad. I'm not supposed to do it.
Why aren't you supposed to do it?
Because, Dad told me it was invasive and it's not for young people like me to see.
Are we just going into Dad's dreams? Because I would not want to go in there.
No, I've been there. They're kind of fun, kind of boring. All it cares about is drinking with you and hanging out with Mizu and, making sure that Seer knows that. Don't worry about it. It's not that great, but I really want to go in Bubbles' dreams.
Who's
Please
Bubbles?
go in. Tell us what you see, please.
Are you sure? Because that's it. I'm not old enough. I have to be at a certain age to see things like that.
How about I go with you, and then you'll have a adult chaperone.
That man is disgusting. I'm out of this.
He's
What are
hilarious.
we? I'm curious now.
Well,
Feels
we can
good.
all go sleep in together, and we can all go, and then it won't be so bad because I have adult supervision.
Field
Yeah,
trip.
Mizu, that'd make you wake up in a great
Absolutely.
mood.
Yeah, let's cuddle, puddle, and dream.
Puddle for Bubbles.
Wow, I really was looking forward to being by myself tonight, but I guess
Not
not.
tonight.
Not in this one bed, girl. Mm-mm.
Hey, I don't mean to break it up. Don't worry, they can't hear me. This is in your mind. Just try your best to get out of the room for a second. I am so proud of you.
Do you guys think this place has like indoor plumbing? Is that like a thing anywhere I could like get water? Because I'm really missing home right now.
You need like a glass of water.
You need to put your head in.
I can make you some water. You can make your own water. Lit.
No, I mean like a body of water. Like I really need to like bathe or like swim or something like that. I'm just really missing home.
Like a tub? Are you wanting a tub?
Yeah, I mean that would be ideal.
I'm gonna just flash back to that time you mentioned how bad they smelled, and then flash back to now, and I feel like you have your answer.
No tub.
Fuck. Well, give me a second. I mean, I know y'all don't trust me, so here. And she's gonna toss the book like if there's like a side table or something, she's gonna toss it on the side table for a second. She's gonna go. I'm just gonna walk around the corner and see if there's a tub, and if not, I'll be right back.
Why do you want a tub so bad?
If Seer clocks that's the real book that she's just doing the thing, then she will be like, okay, fine.
As you're walking away from the book, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh hell.
You'll be fine.
A 14.
As you walk away from it, you feel its pull. The further you get away, which is at this point 2 feet so far, you hear the screams of those who yearn to die, those who are unjust, those who are brought a service to death. And you see it. You see the truth in it. You see how it is real. And everyone else in this room is going to take it and do it. And they're going to get the attention. And everything you want, they're going to get it. You better grab this book before they do.
Mizu's gonna turn around really quickly as she starts to head to the door and goes, actually, I'm just gonna take it with me. And she's gonna snatch it up real fast and start to run towards the door.
You feel fine.
Seer will cut her off at the door. He's like, it's given addiction. How about we put that book down and then you can go find a bath. You want to bathe with a book, a really old book in a body of water? Just
It'll
seem
disintegrate.
It'll
Right?
go well
That's what I was
together.
thinking, so yeah.
I mean, if I'm being totally honest with you guys, I started like feeling really weird just now as I started to walk away from it.
Probably because it's a cursed item that is now merged with you.
I mean, but there was like thousands of people like screaming in my head, and they weren't even screaming my name. I don't even know what they were screaming about. Like it was really unsettling. I feel like I would just feel better if I had it like on me. I promise I'm not up to anything shady, you guys.
What if you just pretended it was the people in the kingdom asking for help and you just like ignore them? Like you always do.
Easy.
Well, I think I
Damn, Seer.
honestly bring a lot of happiness to the kingdom. If nothing else, I mean, sure, I'm not like the warrior if the kingdom was getting attacked that's gonna go out and save everybody, but I think at the end of the day, I at least brought a smile to people's face in hard times, and if that's all I could do, that's all I could do.
There's no shame in that. I do, everyone has their way of helping.
Yeah, but also I've seen you kick some ass, Mizu. Like I've seen you fuck some shit up.
Yeah, if only you'd seen me like 20 days ago.
But I didn't, so I don't know that bitch. This is the bitch I know who fucks shit up. So
well,
is that not? I don't feel like I'm missing anything there.
Maybe if I do make it back to the kingdom, at least I can like give a smile and like a punch, or at least like a menacing like look to make people run now.
Oh, you could
I
do
don't know.
that. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
could
people already
definitely do
did
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're much scarier and powerful than you give yourself credit for. Now you just can like tangibly see it. But you can't take the book with you to the bathroom. That is still weird. So
Okay, fine. You guys win. I'll just deal with the screaming voices as best as I can and hope it doesn't traumatize me for life. And she like looks down at the book and slowly hands it to Seir, and then like walks past her and shuts the door, but she's not gonna go far at all. Like
I love
if,
how she's not talking to this demon in front of us.
right.
in your head, it's okay.
If like there's anywhere that they can see me in front of the door, I'm gonna like walk straight past that, but I'm not gonna get far at all and try to talk to Voskar.
Okay, you leave the book with them?
Yeah,
Who's got the book?
Seir.
Seir,
Seer,
you
it
handed it to
feels
me.
freaking weird. I'll tell you right now. It's like it's almost sizzling on your hands a little bit. There's no noise, there's no smoke or anything, but you feel this thing is going to corrupt you from the inside out. Just gonna let you know that.
Don't like that. I'm already a rotten fish.
Mizu, you get around the corner and you are by yourself.
Okay, I'm alone now. What's up?
Mind if I come out?
Sure. And she's gonna like kind of apprehensively open her jaw.
Nice shake, drop them jaws.
Unhinges, kind of crawls out. As he's crawling out, he's kind of looking back, just keeps eye contact as he fully gets out on all fours and stands up, towering above you.
You did it.
I mean, I told you I would. Yeah, I just don't think you believed me this whole time.
I had my doubts. All the time I had my doubts. But then, something changed. I saw your true evil, Mizu. You are what demons call perfect.
Aw, thank you. It honestly feels really nice hearing you finally say that after all this time.
There's something we need to talk about.
Okay, I mean, I thought we were basically done at this point. I mean, I've got the book. I took out Olivine, and I mean, the last thing to do is give it to Bruntoro, right?
I was looking for the death book for Bruntoro. He knows I have it. He wants it, and I am to give it to him. I have been instructed to rip you apart from the inside out. How do you feel about that?
I mean, obviously that's not cool of you at all, or for him to suggest, especially after all of this work I've put in.
Right.
Rude. I mean, did you at least like try to like tell him like, hey, no? Or like, what'd he say?
Well, like, you can't really tell the god of death no. You can just kind of say, oh, thank you for the yes. So, it's I don't really want to do that. But if I don't give him the book, if I disobey him, I cannot come out of the Underdark permanently, stuck there. I will have no soul in the material plane, no soul to live on, only under. And if I return alone again, without the book. What I'm saying, Mizu, is come with me.
This is a big proposal. I mean, you've never asked me to visit your home before. I mean, it's a little late now. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but
Well,
I don't know.
you can meet my parents. Well, their graves.
Oh, okay, that sounds really nice, but don't you think it would just be easier to like keep you here on this plane? I mean, you're here right now. Isn't there a way we can just make that permanent?
It will go away. There's no soul for me here. The only way I could possibly go against him is if I could find a way to bind souls, but who's gonna willingly let me just attach myself to the soul? And also, whose soul would I even want to be attached to?
Well, why not me? You can have my soul. We can bind our souls together.
That is a crazy thing to say. I did not think of that at all. At all.
Why wouldn't you think of that? I mean, we've spent all this time together after all, have we not? I mean, you were just telling me how proud you are of me and that I'm perfect. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of insulted that you wouldn't want to soul bound with me first.
Well, if I don't soul tie to you, I guess somebody else might one day. And you're probably the craziest person I've ever met.
I mean, why? I mean, duh, somebody else would like soul tie with me if you didn't, but like, why would you even care about that?
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Me, you, and the death book? Here on the material plane?
Why not? I think you're kind of fun to be around.
You think I'm fun?
I mean, yeah, we've had a lot of good like times. I mean, probably everybody else wouldn't consider them good times when we were like mauling all of those people, but like it was really fun. You know, we got a lot of attention.
Right. Well, good night. My stomach hurts, and like that area above my stomach, it hurts. I hate it. I'm going to go back down and, call up God.
Okay, well, I mean, if things go bad, I guess I could always try to talk to Bruntoro too. I don't know if that's even like possible, but if you're such good friends with him, I mean, you could at least get me like a cell phone call with him or something.
I mean, maybe. Well, look, I gotta go. It just really hurts. It's like fucking pounding out of my cage.
What, your heart? And I didn't think you had one of those.
No, no. This isn't metaphorical, Mizu. Good night.
And he's gonna dive into your mouth. Last toe goes in.
I mean, you could give a girl a warning first. Shit. And she's gonna walk back into the room.
You guys see her come around the corner. She's got a little drizzle of black goo.
We're sure. What's for sure at the door listening, but it's fine.
The door opens, you all fall.
Literally, that's what happened. We're all like ear to the door.
Mizu doesn't address it and just looks at all of them and goes, "I didn't find a bathroom," and steps over them.
And with that, we're going to go to a bathroom break. All right? We'll see everybody in just a minute. This is exactly what we needed it to be. All right. See everybody in just a minute. Bye. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 44 of Campaign Princesses of Power. All right. We all just went to sleep for the bathroom break. We're all cuddled up on a big old bed with Henry.
Cozy.
Any last things before you go to sleep? Any last thoughts or actions anyone would like to take?
I don't give the book back to Mizu. I'm gonna see how long it takes for her to bring it up, but like she comes in, she steps over us, and I technically just like don't mention it, and I get back to sleep. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, if Mizu can see like it on Seer's person at all, she's gonna be trying to find it when she's asleep.
It is not visible on my person. You're welcome to look for it, but it's not visible.
Okay.
No. If she can't see it, she'll leave it alone.
You can still hear the voices getting louder, the screams and the pain, but it's a little softer now that you're laying right next to Seer, and you feel
Snuggling.
if you kind of get a little closer to Seer, the voices get a little quieter. If you were to get right up where you could touch Seer with your body, it's almost a faint.
Are we friends now?
Cuddle puddle.
You're cuddling.
I want to know the cuddle formation right now.
I feel like I'm middle spoon
spoon.
to Seer.
Mhm.
I feel like Mizu would definitely be in the middle because she would want to not be like stuck on either edge with not much of the bed. She would demand that for sure.
Yeah, I want Henry to be dead center, so he's getting all the love from whoever's on each side of him. And then I guess I would. Oh, I don't know. That's interesting based on what everyone said.
I'll be biggest spoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest spoon.
Small,
And then,
shortest person, biggest spoon.
Oh,
it's-
and the biggest person, the littlest spoon. Yeah.
okay. Boom. I think that works.
Okay, so we'll say, what would it be? Celia,
Henry.
It's not Mizu next to Seer. It's gotta be Seer.
I think it'd be me, and then I guess like me and Mizu are on opposite sides of Henry, but we're like so close that he's like just like crushed in between us.
Yes.
He's trying to be so close to me.
Okay, and then the other side of Seer is Mira, and the other side of Mizu is Celia. Okay, perfect. Very important
Me
imagery.
too.
Stories developing.
Mira's arm reaching across me.
All right, as everyone kind of comes together, you feel this is kind of the first time you've slept all in the same bed during these 20 days, and probably in years.
Yeah, we don't do it often because vibes.
Everybody roll a concentration check, which would just be Constitution.
21.
5.
I got a nat 20 for a 23.
Ooh.
15.
Not getting no sleeping.
Mizu and Mira and Celia, you fall fast asleep. You see as Henry is hesitant at first to go to sleep, but he looks comfortable. As you can kind of just like give him a little nudge and just kind of like rub his head with your cheek, you feel him kind of dead weighting into your arms and falling asleep until you're the last one, until the lights go out. You all slowly wake up in these purple clouds, this like warm light around you, darkness under the clouds but not threatening. There's somehow a solid, but yet the clouds are kind of around you, and you see big cumulonimbus shapes in the air. And Henry is already up as you all are standing and sitting up. And he's at the edge of the cloud reaching his arms out, and you see this purple cloud is kind of swirling until out from the swirl that opens up are these stairs, and Mr. Pickle is running out, kind of bouncing on clouds. Henry! And he's like, Mr. Pickle! And eventually runs down, and he just gives him a big hug, and Mr. Pickle starts to cry, and you hear him say, No, Mr. Pickle, it's okay. What's wrong? He goes, Tomorrow's my last day, and then my life in this cage will be over. I'll finally be free of the cage. But I'll be no more. You're not coming back? I'm afraid Cherry Pie's got me too. And after tomorrow, it's my time. I'll be like the rest. It's not gonna happen because my sisters and I are going to eat him. Oh, well, I mean, usually I'd say you shouldn't really do that. It's a living being, but if it could get me out of this cage, Henry. Yes, of course. Now I have very important business. We want to see Bubbles' dreams. Bubbles, you know your mother told you couldn't do that. You know your father told you couldn't do that. I want to see him. And he points back at you guys.
We are going to Bubbles' dreams, and we're also going to save you from getting not eaten, but no longer edible
I'm hungry.
Who the fuck is Bubble?
pie.
Okay, Henry. You are a strong dreamwalker. You lead the way. I already know where it is. I've waited all my life to see what he dreams about. And he runs up the steps. And Mr. Pickle looks back. Well, let's keep up with him. Oh, hi, guys. He's going to run up the
We're
steps.
back, Pickle. We found him. She was like thorn whipping herself to look like Spider-Man because she's like, I know how to do this now. Chink-woo. Chink-woo.
As you guys Mario Odyssey bounce up the clouds, you get to the portal where you walk in and everything kind of bright around your eyes until it dims down and you can see before you. It's blurry. And Mr. Pickle looks at him and says, he's got his hand up. Are you sure, Henry? He goes, he grabs his arm. You can stop depixelating the image now. He says, okay.
It's a big word.
And as soon as he drops it, we're going to skip these next 5 minutes as Henry is screaming and you're looking at massive orgies within the castle with the servants of Bubbles and Harriet from the bar upstairs. You see the jewelry designer from the boutique earlier and a couple of guards that you know. And Mr. Pickle's like just pleading with Henry, please stop. And he's like, ah, and Mr. Pickle's like trying to erase the dream as the clouds are swirling. But he's trying to focus. And eventually you all wake up. It was a nightmare.
For some.
For who? It was having a great time.
Yeah,
I saw I spotted a couple of faces of people who like were sent to death by Mizu, who are obviously like at this orgy, and it's like, on here. But yeah, I love seeing that the servants have fun in their free time, as they should, they should. They're off the clock. Fill your holes.
And
Welcome
by
to
the what we
Silvernote.
saw,
It has
in
so
hole
many.
is the goal.
and you know, in Azir, we're not picky.
Yeah.
But I get my spells with. That's what matters. Thank you. Oh, damn, Henry! I pop up. Where is Mr. Pickles? We gotta go save him. Do you know where Mr. Pickle is, or any like physical, any real world information about it?
He will tell you that Cherry Pie takes a bunch of those vegetables and turns them into those scary monsters and then ships them. They go through Wimding and off to different places as part of that agreement with Wimding City. Not just the ones that they're possessing in the ground before they grow. So, and he's due tomorrow to have the process. So he's going to be there.
So where is that process?
It's in a big open field way outside of Silverware before you get to Dingadoody Forest.
Captain, make sure you mention this to Russ. See if we can get ourselves sent over to
Dingadoody.
Or, yeah, either or.
I forget.
But all right, great. Pops up, looks kind of a little stressed, refreshed, and she's quiet. I don't think she really says anything. But after that, she's like, okay, great. Kind of fever dream. Gets out of bed, removes herself from the group. And she's just kind of like taking a moment.
Yeah.
I assume there's a window here. She's like looking out and like taking in the moment.
Mira sits up straight and is just like, Henry, how do you know that these things happen? And that he dreams about this?
It was the only dreams my mom and dad never let me look at, and now I know my mom was right. We have to rescue Mom.
I'm glad you got that out of what we witnessed.
He grabs your arm and says, new person, I will never hurt somebody like that.
Oh, that not all of them were being hurt, though, Henry. We can get into that at a later time, but what? Saving Mother, yes.
Yes! Henry's going to charge out the room and turn right and walk down the hallway.
Oh, he's on the move. All right, everyone just kind of claps their hands to wake up Mizu, who's surely probably still sleeping, and starts to hastily move after Henry, because I don't trust the Quins. I'm like, what? Foreign Kingdom young prince? What? Hello? Disaster.
When Mizu hears them leave, she like shoots up as she was pretending to like be asleep, and she's gonna start looking in the room for the book to see if she left it behind.
Okay, investigation check.
No, it was a 4.
All right, everyone's charging.
Bright side, the farther Seir gets away from you, the louder those voices probably get. So there's that. Even if you don't know where it is, your head hurts.
You notice that as soon as you look around, and with a 4, you probably just like turn around in like a Ariana Grande half circle, and we're like, "It's not here."
100%.
Literally.
I swear I looked in front of me.
Okay, everyone's walking. You kind of get towards the end of the hallway, and it kind of turns, and there's kind of this like welcome space desk area with these halflings, and they tell you good morning, and they tell you that you hope your room was enjoyable for the Azirian Kingdom standard.
It was a little dry, but you know,
It's very humid
take
in the
it.
jungle.
it's not a rainforest. I got it. It's okay.
It's kind of stuffy in there. One bed. Jeez.
I have been instructed to alert the Quins when you have awoken.
Spoiler: we're awake.
Here we are.
Did you?
He just kind of looks down and looks at the other guy, and the other guy kind of looks down, and you see they're both looking at this small envelope, and they both look at you, and he says, "We will."
Okay.
Is that
Is it
for
in the
us?
envelope?
Some of us just forgot to ship it off, but we'll alert them that you're here. If you want to make your way to the main chamber, they'll be alerted. They're already awake.
Is that the alert in the envelope?
Yes, do you want to take it?
Yeah, we can
No,
take
it-
it.
it
too.
just
We can
No,
make
hang
it
on.
like-
We have a point to prove. We have a point to prove here. Give me the envelope.
Roll a intimidation check? That seemed intimidating.
Gladly. It was.
This seems very like not be our aggressive.
You were correct. And that was 21.
The other guy grabs it, starts to hand it to you, and the other guy goes, "Hey, we're not allowed." And he goes, "Well, you forgot to give it."
Yeah, you did. So hand it.
He hands it to you, and the one that's on the other side says, "Have a nice day."
Y'all too. Thank you for your cooperation, specifically.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
And
was
yeah,
just
I
gonna
guess-
say that it's weird that they wrote it down when they're gonna go and they could just go and tell them, hey, they're up. They're gonna go and be like,
Literally, this
Right?
seems like the kind
No,
of
they're
place
not.
where they
I was
just
like,
like
it's just-
shout at each other. Like I feel like they just be like, "Hey, like they're
Just
fucking
seems so-
here."
They need
And
to know
so
they have
formal.
stupid guards. This is my point that I'm proving. These stupid guards.
maybe they don't get many visitors. Maybe it's just like they just like are bored and need more things to do. So it's like add these steps. Because like who comes to the Quinn Dynasty? Like they were, you know what? It's fine. Let's just go.
Okay,
Maybe we could make it a regular thing.
as you're walking, discussing these things, people are kind of looking at you guys early morning as the sun has slowly come up. You get that orange glow that's about to turn into some brighter light. Walking around these streets, people are setting up shops. Some dinosaurs who have been sleeping in the alley are slow to get up. Make your way up those stairs once again. There's someone about halfway that says, "Good morning," some like 4 guards in a row, and one of them reaches out for the letter in your hand.
Oh, here.
We're
Hand it
awake.
over.
He
We're
takes
awake.
it and turns it, and another guard is holding like this platter with a bunch of those envelopes, and he puts it down, and some other guy is standing there
This
says-
is procedure.
says, "Good morning," and takes that off the tray and come with me, and it will lead you up the steps.
Well, I hope those other guys weren't waiting because they left their envelopes. That's crazy. Seir starts to follow.
As you walk up, it is Russ alone in the throne, and he's kind of sitting, staring out, and he's got on his lap a big book. So he doesn't, just kind of looks down. The moment you walk up, you see him looking out, kind of looks down, like he misses you walking in the room, and he just continues to write.
What you riding?
Oh, we're awake.
Good morning. It's a memoir of adventures, studies from the jungle of the dinosaurs.
Oh.
He puts it down, folds it, sets it on the throne, steps up, walks down, just walks across the room, maybe about 10 feet away from you.
So we were wondering, like, how many dinosaurs can turn to people?
Yeah.
Veilcast
all of
is
them?
full
Are
of
all of them?
mini druids, especially some that we employ to protect us and protect our capital.
So it's like it's not a dinosaur thing, it's like a you thing. Okay.
So the the
But
dinosaurs are people.
Are all of the dinosaurs people?
Some druids have perfected the art of holding wild shapes for a long time. I believe you're thinking about yesterday, my guard.
I mean, at first it was like your wife, and then it was like all your friends, and then we were just like, any dinosaur could be a person.
The jungle has a long history of druids. Yes, we're a proud kind. We listen to the land and take shape to the animals we admire. We treat the animals kindly.
We're druids too. That's why we've like really gotten into this whole like dinosaur kick, because now we can start turning into dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's very different than like I feel like how we do it, but it's,
yeah.
I like
Moving
it.
forward after today, our civilizations can come together, and maybe that is the thread that starts it. The druid.
That'd be awesome.
It would.
I mean, druids are known for like bringing worlds together. Man, there was are there? Not, I don't know what there was. It was like a lizard man. Like, are there lizard people who live here? I noticed like we met some outside. I haven't seen many inside.
Oh yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, he was crazy.
He's just a little weird. He's mute.
Veilcast does not have a high population of lizard folk, no.
Oh.
You just live somewhere else. They have their own city.
They live out in the jungle.
The Quinn
It's a
dynasty.
quaint life.
Yes.
Is that what you call the jungle? The Quinn Dynasty?
Yes, the entire jungle's our dynasty.
Okay, so are there lizard folk in the Quinn Dynasty outside of Veilcast?
That's
You answered
the
very
only
specifically.
place they're out.
And then
Oh.
other places that aren't those two things. Okay, got it. Interesting.
Mm.
You don't seem to like. You just seem a little, cold at that mention. Are you not cool with?
The halflings
Lizard.
and the lizard folk are sort of in a cold war, so to speak, and they're losing. It is something we can discuss. Our kingdoms together.
No, we just finished a war, not super looking to jumping into another one, but that
Yeah.
is something that could be discussed, perhaps, I suppose. We'll have to get you a delegate, and they'll have to send in formal paperwork. It's a whole thing.
Did you bring the book? The book for the queen?
They do have the book. Do you know how we kind of mentioned this before we left the first time? Like, when it comes to ridding ourselves of the book, do you know of a way to do that? Like, it's kind of like I think that was hidden away for a reason. Like, do you have you mentioned the volcano, and that seems like we were spitballing ideas.
You also mentioned Book for the Queen, which wasn't part of the original agreement, which brings me a little bit of worry now.
The agreement was I give you the mother, the Queen Orizaline, as part of diplomatic efforts in return for the death book so that we can destroy it. With a representative from Azir, if you'd like, I'll add that one.
Yeah, it's the destroying part. Like, what's your plan for that?
Yeah.
Is it just like a hopes and dreams?
We plan to take it across the world past Krixen to the Shadow Mountains and throw it in volcanoes there. As part of our studies along the years that we have found, that is the only way to destroy it where it was created.
Oh, so not a spitball. It was like a concrete test. Okay, great.
A specific
seems
thing.
like yeah, that sounds okay. That sounds more accurate. They're just like find a volcano, hope for the best. But like, cool,
You got
cool.
one volcano figured out. Okay.
I know we're about to clean out some space. Have you considered?
We discussed it and made a plan last night, so if you will, we will all go together
So you don't want
to what we call the Edge of Totality, which is the cliffs on the western side.
Is that near the volcano?
No, the volcano is a long peril adventure.
Okay, so do that part. Then we would send someone with you. Okay, got it. Just P's and Q's. Or
Putting
T's
it
and
together.
I's.
Yeah.
Thing my sister taught me. Great. Like, yeah, let's go get our mom back, would love to do that first, and then we'll do the book part. We have the book, so I'm not being weird about that.
Cool. As you guys agree, he leads you down the stairs, and as you going through Veilcast towards the cliff coast, the people in the town are all kind of like, huh? Look out, because it is Russ Quinn. At first, he came out with no one. It was just you and him, and he's triumphantly with his eye patch walking through the street. And guards that are on duty see him with a knowing look, like there he is, and they all join. And by the time you slowly walk through this entire side of the city to the edge, he has amassed 50 guards behind you and behind him. And you charge out of the city into the jungle. You have quite a ways to go. So right now you're just walking through this dense jungle. As a couple guards have gone up front and they're clearing the way, as Russ is leading, and you are like directly right at his backside, at his almost at his shoulder, and 50 guards, you hear the clanking of their armor walking behind you. You hear birds flying away at this big noise parade coming through.
Does it look like... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I was just going to say, does it look like BR aggressives anywhere around?
Perception check.
Oh wait, I have good perception. I rolled bad. 11.
11, you don't really see anything. There's some like big flying insects that you don't really get up in the north towards Eudothia. So it's just kind of a freaky Tim Burton jungle right now, but no sign of this person you saw one time.
So you're kind of like in the ear of Russ Quinn, not quietly, but just like to his side. Do you guys have like a weird food folk problem, or is that like not made it this far?
No, we have heard of the food folk, and we have documented cases on them, but we have not been fortunate enough to house some of our own.
On the regular food folk, or on the new like weird disease zombie version?
We do not have connections at all to silverware.
Uh-oh.
They find our ways dictatorial, if that's a word.
Oh, that's I mean, they are very freeing. Where do we have sigils to?
Yeah, why do they feel that way about y'all?
Given our Cold War, they oppose our ways.
Oh, you and the lizard people Cold War, right?
So, okay, so that's 2 against you. Who's on your side in this Cold War? Against the food folk and the lizard people?
I think this is a discussion better had when we can gather our representatives and discuss this. I don't want any information to get skewed from here to Azir.
You're literally the king and we're the princesses. That's like a 1-to-1. There's no letter involved here, but it's like a 1-to-1.
Direct contact. Yeah.
We are alone in our fight against the lizard folk. They have reigned over the jungle for years and years and years. The druids once claimed good in one of their tribes. Eventually, over time, they turned evil. Then they became good again. Other factions rose up, good and evil, good and evil. It seems they could never make up their mind. Wars were breaking out between different tribe factions. No one could decide which tribe they were in. The Gorgolons had power for a long time. And the halflings were hunted. Till me and my wife grew strong. And she killed so many lizard folk. We were untouchable. So we carved a piece of land for ourselves. We took the gold of the fallen kingdom and we run the place now. And honestly, unless someone wants to send an army and spend their resources, there's really no debate about it. We're winning, and we'll continue to win and expand into the jungle.
Yeah, it just seems like, you may be winning, but you're still fighting, so you haven't won. As a girl who just got out of a war, and as a person who has strong feelings for someone I was recently in war with, and she takes Mira's hand, have you considered that there's a chance that, like, you're just missing something? Like, once me and once I stopped fighting against the merfolk, I kind of realized that the merfolk weren't really the problem. They were just being like misled. That could be kind of what's going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. You seem like you have probably some kids. You're kind of
He
old.
just kind of looks around in the jungle as you're talking, almost like worried about something, until you hear some pounding. And he says,
Not from us.
I don't think you understand. The lizard folk are not good.
and then you hear this roar in the jungle. And you'll never find anyone in the world to convince her otherwise. As she just comes running out in human form in the jungle, she's like, sorry I'm late. I got stuck on the door again with this stupid hair. And he just kind of looks down at her. Your hair looks good. That's what I hate. And she's going to say, come on. If anyone's going to kill my husband, it's me. And she's going to turn, and if you don't bring him back, I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, I was really confused. I forgot killing him was a part of this plan. I was like, that's a really weird threat to make. But no, yes, I see. I mean, it's technically like...
She's already turned and walked away and is trumping away.
Oh my god, guys, I'm going to kill Beargrass's husband.
No, you're gonna revive him. She's killing
You're
him.
gonna revive him. Yeah.
He
that's
looks at
love.
you all and
She made that
he says,
vehemently
the
apparent
hatred
later.
will not die until she dies. And don't even think about it because I'll kill you after you kill me. We should go. She's really fast. And he's going to start trudging down the path and all the guards are going to run.
I did it by proxy.
You eventually get to these hills, and as you walk up, Russ is kind of like, the rocks kind of go down a slope a little bit onto a ledge, and then there's like a wall of rocks behind it, and he's kind of getting up with the rocks, and one of the guards is going to throw some rope, and you see B's going to start tying him up to these rocks, and he's going to say, it's just in case. Don't worry, I mean, they're already here to kill me. It's not going to be that bad. And she's going to say, it's not that I think it's going to be that bad, Russ. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to see you die. And he's going to say, I know you don't. And she goes, just like punches him but lightly and goes, sorry. It's just, how am I supposed to learn 38-letter words?
That's a lot of... That's a...
She's made it
Those
so far.
exist. It's a long word. What are you spelling? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Like, girl, sit down.
Have you seen some dinosaur names?
B's an overachiever now. She's like, I know so many words. We're like, whoa.
He just kind of looks down at her, and you see this like little tear in his eye, and she just kind of looks at him, and she goes, what's wrong? And he says, I'm sad, but you're coming back to life. I know, it's just, I don't want something to happen. And she just grabs his face. Like if she a little bit stronger, she would have snapped his head off.
Ooh.
I will never let anything happen to you. And just kisses him on the mouth. And he pulls back and he says, baby, kill me. And she pulls out this knife and just goes to town on her stomach as you see tears in her eyes. She's like, wiping it from her face. Just stabbing him like crazy. His body's just sitting there. And she pulls away, blood splattered all over her. Walks over and stands beside you guys. And you see his body lifeless. Starts to convulge. The rocks behind him kind of crack as his head slams into the rock and it shatters part of the top off, so his head's kind of free and he's strapped to the rest of the rocks as his eye just flaps open like a balloon that's stretching out a socket, and you just see small things flying out. Rocks, leaves, wood, a person, a halfling, and just shit just starts flying out until it fits the entire circumference of his eye, spewing out like a fire hydrant hit over by a car. And as his head is on top, it's just spinning as it's spewing outwards, going towards the edge of the cliff, which is about 40 feet out. Bodies are tumbling. Some are alive, screaming. Some are in armors. Some of them are dinosaurs. Most of them are dead, especially hitting the rock, snapping bones. People are flying over.
Jesus.
It is a waterfall. You are now watching this happen. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna wild shape into a giant hairy eagle and look out for my future mother-in-law to fly out.
And also survivors? There are people in here? What?
Right? But yeah, and try and see
Okay.
if she pops out.
Quickly turn into a bird, swoop up, fly into the air, and as you're looking out, roll me a perception check.
Seer is going to cast Conjure Willing Beings, make 8 pixies pop out, and their job is to just cast fly on the first 6 alive people they see, or 8 alive people they see, so that way they do not die. And then they'll polymorph another round of 8 into a flying creature so that they don't die. Because she's like, oh, they're alive, not just a bunch of dead things that she's struck.
Okay, as this eagle is flying, as you're flying up, you kind of got to get close. Bodies are taking like random shots
I rolled a
off.
26, by the way.
Cool. As this is all flowing out, the pixies are grabbing certain people. Some that are being flung off the cliff, they're grabbing them, scooping them really fast and buzzing back. Seer's turning and polymorphing some of these different races of humans, not even really getting an idea of who they are really fast. And
Make a sound. Catch it.
you see stuck in the eye, kind of coming out, blocking, shooting the stream in half, is this kind of like building top. And it's got a sign on it that says the Children of Olivine. And it swoops out and unplugs it. And it keeps shooting. And you see flying out is Queen Arizaline at the top. Body, you can't really see her eyes open or not, but you see just body flying out. What do you want to do?
That's your catch, girl.
Grab that hoe. Grab that hoe.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Don't drop mom.
You don't want like an athletics?
Tell her.
I'll just sleight of hand.
I would, but
Sleight of
it's
hand
so
is-
fast. You have to like then
Yeah.
dart to go to it.
I rolled it. I got 18 with sleight of hand.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. You swoop down and the body kind of hits you, Queen Arizaline, on you, and you've got these wings, so it kind of hits you off guard at first, and they all see you tumble past the cliff. But you just kind of went maybe about 40 feet down before you got your wings back again, and she's on top, and you kind of catch yourself looking underneath at the clouds, miles and miles beneath you, and pink trees underneath. You feel breathing on your back as you kind of swoop back up, and they see you fly up above the cliff as some pixies are catching people that almost hit you.
Yeah, I'm gonna land and drop Mama off.
Does she look like Mom or does she look like Olivine?
That was my question.
You look like Olivine. She looks like Olivine. Like she looks like a dragonborn, but you already expected
I
that
know
'cause we talked.
exactly what that looks like. Yeah.
So you basically call Olivine and fly over and place Olivine Mom's body in front of everyone. And B just kind of looks down and she goes, ugh, it stinks.
Seer would love to run over there, but she's like literally just like staring at Russ as he's eye spewing, so she can bring him back as soon as it's over. So she's just like waiting for it.
You sit there above the body and slowly
Flaccid.
the front cliff in front of you, as it slowly goes down, the spew of material coming out of this dimension. The cliffs in front of you is just a pile of bodies and fish and deer and ox and dragon and just different things, building parts.
Crazy diet.
Everything
Yeah.
else alive has flown off, and there's about 5 polymorphed individuals right there at the edge with the pixies there with them. Everything spews down. Russ's head plops down.
How long did he eye spew?
3.5 minutes.
As he hits that 45-second mark, I would have cast Gentle Repose just to extend his corpse so I can cast my next spell. And then after he's done eye spewing, he's tied up to that thing, and she just kind of grabs his ankle and like blows misty air into his ear and casts Revivify on him, and he just kind of back to life.
Okay, yeah, it's just like a moment of silence before you do this, and just his head
Fear
pops
loves
back
ruining the
up.
mood.
But his eye socket is like a little saggy now around this area, and his
I
like
bet.
his like patch has like blown off, and he takes the patch and just kind of screams out in pain as he puts it back, and B runs over and starts untying it, and then grabs his hand, and he's like, wait, it kind of hurts, it's not like the other times. And she goes,
Roman's going in. So.
right, but I'm hungry. We got to go now. You're fine, right? And he's like, you're right. She goes, okay, I want them out of here. And he's like, All in good time. And she goes, ugh. Okay, well, I got a tournament in like 10 minutes, okay? So if they're not out of here by the time I get back, I can kill them, right? And he goes, yes.
No.
Yes.
What?
He looks at you. You're going to be out of here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And she's like, she looks at you guys and she just holds up her dagger covered in blood. And she's like, okay, you got your mom. I'll see you later. And just kind of walks off. And Russ is like,
Bye, B.
Oh, she's an
I
icon.
hope we don't see her later because that means we're gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah.
Luck in your game. Hope you win.
Russ walks over and puts out his hand.
Welcome back. She shakes his hand, very like full energy. She's like, "Welcome back."
Athletics check.
Oh, it's okay. I'm real bad at that. Let's see.
I literally rolled a nat 20.
I rolled a 19 minus 1, 18.
I
held my ground.
Kind of pulls you close. Does like a Donald Trump handshake a little bit, but not super aggressive. And he says, "Thank you. I trusted you and it paid off. I didn't think I'd be able to trust someone outside the kingdom. But we've had so much going on lately that I needed to see if someone on the outside could help us. So I'll let you keep the book. If you go, throw it away. If you destroy it, I'll give you the resources you need. I trust you."
I appreciate that. How about we do a little reverse of the plan? Instead of one of us going with you to throw the book, how about you send someone you trust with us to accompany us to make sure we do it, so they can like let you know. Just since we can't come back here or your wife will eat us.
He looks out in the jungle, kind of like putting his ear out. Good. All right, that's the perfect plan. So I think it's been like 3 minutes, so it's best that you guys get out of here before she comes back. I'm too weak to stop her right now. And we can figure it out over cell phone? Shell phone?
You have one of those? We have a shell phone. Do you have a shell phone?
Good one.
No.
We can't
I
give
don't
you
even
one.
know what that is, but it sounded communicative.
Damn, how will we make you? I can send an
Well, we
animal
can-
message.
We can leave one, and then we can like just pick one up.
Get
in his
another.
ear.
Okay, you know what? If you go back to the room that you were at and grab, I'll go ahead and send in a little letter. Actually, you can take it, and they'll give you a sending stone.
Okay.
That'd be super useful. Do you happen to know a way that we could get to Silverware or Dinga Doodoo Forest in the quickest way possible?
No,
Very
Damn.
confident with that. No.
we don't have a way in.
You know how to get there?
Generally, you'll just go west. But you don't want to go straight west or you'll fall off the cliff, so you're going to go south through the slopes
What
of
if we
screaming agony, and then wrap around through the fairy thicket in towards Dingadoodie Forest and Silverware.
Wait. I think can't Celia's daddy just transport us there with his
He's
little
not
we
here.
gotta wait for him.
It would take like
Oh,
2
yeah.
days, and that Pickle's gonna get killed by that cherry. Wait, so you said we couldn't go straight east because we fall off the cliff, but what if we had wings? Could we just fly down? Would that be faster?
Sure, but flying down that far and for that long, how long can you hold your wild shape?
I can go 2 rounds of 4 hours, and then she can go 2 rounds of 4 hours. So we got 16 hours of hoping for the best as we fall from the fucking sky.
It'll be the fall of a lifetime, but if you can master it, you can get to Silverware quite efficiently.
Let's do it.
Might be
Like
our
I
best
felt pretty well. I like got a good grasp on falling.
But I'll
earlier.
tell you, no one within this kingdom, or the Quinn dynasty that we know of, has freefalled past the cliffs and come back to tell it.
That's
we can
crazy
always
because we
just
can't come back
free
and tell
fall
them.
for a little while and then wild shape. So
I
we're
think
good
that-
at the end, you know.
I feel like it's like it would be kind of like swimming through one of the currents, but like through the air. So if we just kind of like use
Right?
that mentality, tuck your body in, hold your breath, and just kind of hit it, and then as we start to like make our way down, we could wing out. It could be cute.
You know, the best I can do is... actually, I'm sorry, it's been like 9 minutes. You better go now. She will kill
shit.
you.
Oh yeah, no
What was that
doubt.
thing you were gonna say though? Say it. As she's like walking away, she's like, say it.
Don't forget. The secret is the secret. You just
Oh
hear
my
echo.
god! You know what? Henry, you can just get in his dream later. We just skipped that whole step. You can just tell him we made it. Oh my gosh, come on.
He just looks up and goes, I don't know if I'm going to go in that dream.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, just don't go and be our aggressive dream. That's like the reverse of Bubbles' dream. But he seems like cool. Probably just a lot of eye stuff.
The reverse, but very similar.
Yeah.
All right, you make your way back into the city. You guys are running through past all those guards. You make your way back to your room, and there, Russ gave you a little piece of paper as you left. There's the welcome desk. They give it to them. They give you the sending stones. You're back at your room.
We're in the room. We are dragging our dead mother's body that looks like Olivine through the city streets.
Yeah, between Celia and Mira, you really don't even have to roll for it at this point. They're medium-sized creatures, so you just have Olivine's body.
Yeah, we just carrying it.
All right.
We can put a sign on her that says "Not actually Olivine."
Oh,
Yeah, not Olivine.
Yeah.
Lay her on the bed real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Olivine is Snow White.
And then Seir she pulls out of her waistband the finger of Vinfira and puts it on like the other pillow. I imagine there's two pillows. And then she kind of like gets in bed between the two of them and puts her hands on the head of Olivine and then on the head of Vinfira's finger, aka the pillow. And she will cast Reincarnate twice. Now here's the chaos of what's going to happen here, because there's a lot of things. So Scott, you have an extended like Reincarnate list that Silvernell has that we used last season. If you're muted, come back.
I have a 1 through 50 chart for a reincarnation list, which are the races of Silvernell, because they will change race. However, I will tell you what.
No, I know. Well, I Seir doesn't know this, but the last time that this spell was cast, I cast it, and we brought someone back, and they turned into the cursed race and then died again. So I'm just really hoping that.
Well,
no.
You'll just roll. You'll roll a 1 through 50. Roll like the 2 dice you roll for 100, but the first one, keep rolling it till you get like a 0 through 4. And then, but I'll tell you, 48, I changed these. 48 is the original race. 49 is you choose the race, and 50 is the race changes every year. So,
Oh wow.
there's some options.
I would like to pass that stress on to two other players. If Mizu can roll for Mom, that'd be great. And
I would be honored to see what this bitch turns into.
And if Andrew could roll for Vinfira, that'd be great.
Yes!
I just don't want to roll dice and bring them back as.
All right.
That's chaotic.
Then I
You just want to roll a
that.
D100 until you get 1 through 50.
Mom rolled a 22.
Okay. Okay.
Oh god.
And then
I got a
Fira.
17 for Vinfira.
Seir's going full exorcist. She's just like chanting and writhing on the bed as she's like casting these 2 5th level spells.
The scales on Mom Olivine's body kind of like shudder a little bit, like the house in Encanto on the ceiling. It just kind of flutters a little bit as it kind of goes up the body, and you see that finger kind of move and bob and roll a little bit before they both start to glow this like pink glow that you know of Azir. You know the essence of those who come from Azir kind of shimmers around it with these white stripes, almost like quick lightning that swirls out from the bodies as the form starts to shift. But it's a bright light as you're all looking at this thing, and slowly where Mom is, you see as the light is at its almost brightest, if you just squint, you can see tiny elf ears poke out of the light. And as you look over at Vinfira's, you see the side of the shoulder kind of reveal the same exact shape, but this time a snowy white color with swirls of speckled silver embroidered in the very skin. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
What are they? What? Are they?
Leave you something to
Elf
think
and
about.
a weird Ganassi? What's happening here?
And that concludes episode 44. Good job, everybody. In case you still want them, everybody for the events of today is going to gain 10,000 experience points.
And Andrew, also, did we get points for the mom fight or the Olivine fight.
Oh,
I
right.
think we awarded points
No.
because we reminded us after the stream, but we didn't do them.
Let's see. And for the mom fight and literally killing Olivine, gain another 10,000. That will actually put you at 140,000, therefore level
up.
15.
14.
Level 14,
Right.
yes.
14, yes.
Yeah, 14.
They'll fuck up some cherry pie in.
You got one episode
Right,
to
let's
use
go
it.
do it.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun tonight. This was a really fun episode. Hit subscribe on YouTube if you're watching. We hope you had fun. We'll see you later.